Hello everyone, it is Brooke again, back with another video for the CGE Global Education Center for Marymount University. And as you can see by the title, we're going to be talking about the Yellow Jackets protesters, because I so happened to get caught up in the protest by chance this past week when they were celebrating their anniversary for their protest. So let's get into this video. So last week my family came to visit me from the States, and we went to go travel around in the different areas of Paris, and we were just having a good day and everything. And that morning we had so the next day came around, which was Saturday, and we were watching the news, and all of a sudden there were just these protests, and we didn't really know about them, but I should have known because I had been informed about this is the season for like protesting. So all the protesting, all the strikes and everything are starting now. Like there's a strike happening early December, and like it starts like beginning of December or like the end of November all the way through like when I leave. And they're closing down the metros. Like you can't go anywhere on metro or train apparently. You have to either walk, bike. I'm not sure about buses, but some people that I go to school with, they have to figure out how to get from their house to the school, and they live 45 minutes by train. So, and it gets really expensive when you start Ubering and taking taxis. So that's gonna be a challenge. Luckily I'm in walking distance, so I can just walk. But back to the yellow vest. We still happen to get caught up in the protest near the Louvre. We were eating dinner, and as we were finishing up, my dad, in his background, he knows when stuff is starting to happen. So he was like, we need to get out of here, but we were still waiting on our waiter, and all of a sudden we see this big white smoke come up in real life, and I'm like, isn't that the same white smoke we saw from the videos this morning? Like the news cameras, people are wearing gas masks and stuff. And he was like, all of a sudden, like people started running inside in the store and the restaurant, and they left the door open. So he screams, close the door. And I'm like, oh gosh, what if they don't speak English? So someone finally closes the door, but some of that smoke got trapped inside the building. And so he screams, close your eyes. Mind you, I have 3 younger siblings. They're like 12 and younger. So we're all sitting there, and they all cover their eyes, and stuff like start burning. And it's this tear gas, and I'm like, okay, my eyes aren't burning that bad, but my mouth and my nose is. And I'm like, okay, I've never been in an experience like this before. So we run upstairs and everything in the restaurant, and it follows us. There's a baby crying because the baby is just like has full of the tear gas. And the crazy thing is that where we were, like we entered on the side that they had just blockaded the street, but that was maybe an hour or 2 before. And so within that time frame, they blocked off the street and blocked off the street while we were like in the restaurant, because I looked down that way before we entered the restaurant. And yeah, somehow some tear gas or something happened. Who knows if it was the police or if it was someone else. But yeah, so it was a good opportunity for me to really utilize what I have been taught and what I've been learning about self-defense and awareness of my surroundings, and out like observing my areas and things like that. And yeah, so it was very interesting experience being in a protest, because we thought it was kind of dying down, or at least away from our area. but within that time frame, like, we saw about 40 different police cars and vehicles and motorcycles drive past us. So it was very interesting. We were all okay. It only lasted for about 10 minutes or so, the effects. But yeah, so we managed to get out and everything, but it was an interesting experience. And it just goes to show, like, always be on guard. You know, don't put your, I mean, you can put your guard down for a moment, but try not to, especially when you're traveling solo. And luckily I had my family there, so I had somebody there. But yeah, it was a very interesting experience, and throughout the day they were just all over Paris, and Paris is like a 48-mile radius or so. I'm not sure how many in kilometers, but yeah, so they were all over the place. And I know when it comes to protests, people like to mix other organizations within someone else's protest, and so, like, mentally I was just aware that other people do come in to affect other people's protests and the intentions of the protests. So at one point it did get a little violent, and that's when all the tear gas got into play. But yeah, so this video just is me explaining my experience this past week, and everything died down from that on Sunday because they shut down most of the train lines or the metro lines so that no one could get anywhere. But yeah, so stay aware, know self-defense, and don't be taken back because it happens all around the world. I just so happened to run into it or be in the wrong place at the wrong time, because I usually do avoid it when I'm by myself, but since I had my family with me, we were already out. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something from it. Okay, bye.